Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the one and only Mark Spencer. This is a new episode with the legend himself, Greg. What's up, Greg?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Great, Mark.
This is the video game review, and Greg, you know what? I mean, every gamer out there nowadays, you have the big E3 out in Los Angeles, California. Even they have it, there's rumors maybe it might come into Ontario sometime, in Toronto. Maybe have a big expo there. So, are games nowadays as good as the games in the past, Greg?
That's a really good question, Mark. I think the games nowadays are too damn complicated. I mean, myself, I'm like 33 years old, and the games nowadays boggle my mind. Absolutely boggle my mind. They look so realistic. You go in different places. Everything is like all open field. It's like you're in a total different universe. It's the games nowadays are amazing. I find them very complicated. I find them that you have to spend maybe at least a couple weeks playing them if you want to really get any significant place anywhere in the game. Are they better than the old style games? Well, personally myself, I'm a very busy guy, and I grew up with the Atari, the Nintendo, the Neo Geo, the Sega. Pretty much I stopped playing games when what was it like when you remember Nintendo with their 16-bit system?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it? What was that Nintendo? Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I stopped my gaming. That must have been when I was in my early 20s. So now I've tried the more complicated 3D games now, and I think I like the classic games more. I mean, a young person like yourself wouldn't agree because you didn't really grow up with them. No. But maybe you do like the classics. I mean, what I loved about the classics is basically you would go, you knew where you're going, you don't get lost, you didn't have to use much brain power or much time to get anywhere. It was quick, simple, and easy. But that's why I still like playing classic games once in a while. I mean, you remember the Neo Geo?
Yeah, but that was like way before my time. But yeah, Neo Geo.
Yeah, come on, it wasn't before your time. It was in the '90s, man.
Yeah, I was like right after Atari.
Well, no. Like first was actually the first thing I think was it was Atari, Commodore 64,
yeah.
And then after that you had Nintendo. Yeah. That was a big thing. And then you had the Sega. What was that Sega one called? Sega Master System? Yeah, Sega Master System.
Yeah. That came before Sega Genesis.
Exactly. And then you had the Sega Genesis. Yeah. Then came the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
And then came the, I believe came the Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast.
And then the Super Nintendo.
PlayStation,
Sega, PlayStation,
Sega Saturn,
and then PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and so on and so on. I can't name all the rest. Yeah. But I like the classic games, especially in the Neo Geo games. One of my favorites was Samurai Showdown, which I've talked to other people that are around my age group, and they that was one of the games they could remember from the Neo Geo was Samurai Showdown. Also Metal Slug. Like yourself, Mark, what were your favorite Neo Geo titles?
Oh, for me, it had to be, those arcade ones. I mean, Kung Fu, football. I mean, that was the funnest game ever. I mean, you weren't really playing with a controller, etc. You're using this little pad thing. But, I think of the football game and like Kung Fu. I played that a few times on the old Neo Geo system.
Well, that's really cool, Mark. I don't know, games, I played a lot of games, but I don't play games anymore. I play other kind of games, grown-up games, you could say. but anyway, this is like a classic game review we're doing, and I think one of my favorite classic games was a 2D Street Fighter. I remember my neighbor would come by all the time, and we'd have matches and matches, play for hours and hours. I think it was like the first fighter that everybody was having competition against back in the day. But that's what I loved about the 2D games, is that they were basically easy to play, easy to maneuver, nothing complicated. You knew the objective, and you didn't have to waste so much time playing to get anywhere. And it left a lot to your imagination. Now there's nothing to your imagination. It's pretty much
all graphics, man.
Yeah, it's all graphic,
cow,
and you pretty much
so
see
real.
you pretty much see what you get. You know, that's what it really is. I mean, think about when I used to play Atari. I must have been maybe 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I would play this game called Defender.
Yeah.
And pretty much it was 3 dots a ship, and then a line were mountains, and the aliens that you were shooting at were about 2 dots. And then when you blow up the aliens, it would blow up into 1 dot. Yeah, I know, it's hilarious.
The truth, yeah.
It's hilarious,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I remember as a little boy, I'd have dreams like I was really in that spaceship, and I was blowing up real aliens.
Yeah.
So, but now, what kind of imagination you have? You pretty much see everything right there. I mean, I guess it kind of left more for the imagination. Yeah. The other favorite classic game I used to like was Pac-Man.
Oh, Pac-Man was the best.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I
Now,
love that game, man.
Even today, it's fun to play.
Oh, yeah, man. It's still one of the more popular games out there.
Oh, yeah. It's very popular. Yeah, I really like the classic games. I play Neo Geo once in a while. I usually play on the computer. They have like a bunch of emulators for the computer that you can play all these wonderful classic games of the arcade, and later on I'll plug in a site that you can go to, and they have like free downloads. You can play online games, and at the same time you can just order for a small fee all your favorite arcade games all on a DVD disc, and it's a really great site. I've ordered quite a bit of games from them, and I've downloaded it. It's what can I say? I'll plug in the site after. If you're interested in seeing it, anybody out there who loves classic gaming, go to this site. I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed.
It's a good one.
It's a real good one. The only thing is with this site is you have to put your screen display setting at 800 by 600 pixels, because if it's not in the right screen display, everything doesn't look in the right order. But it's a cool site. I really commend the person who put up the site. So, anyway, any more thoughts and views about classic gaming, Mark?
I mean, for me, growing up, man, it had to be the Super Mario Brothers. I mean, I remember when I first played that game, I was like, I don't know, about 5 years old when it first came out. I mean, that was awesome, man. It was one of the most amazing games I ever played. And another game I loved to play back in the day, Greg, had to be Duck Hunt, man, when you got the gun and you're shooting the ducks down. I mean, it was so sweet, man. It was so imaginable.
What was the noise that it used to make? I used to remember you get the little phaser gun, and it was, I used to remember it was like, clack, 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 and then clack, clack, clack.
Yeah, it would make a bang, yeah.
It was a real simple game, but it was fun.
It was like you were actually hunting, man, and you were trying to shoot them down, you know?
The ducks, and they had the discus and everything.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was pretty amazing, man, I tell you. Yeah. No doubt, man. Well, for Greg, my name's Mark, and this review was awesome. Hopefully we can do it again. For the video game review, my name is Mark, and this is Greg. And we'll see you again.
Well, I got something to say. So again, for any guys who like the classic gaming games, and you can play them all the same as arcade, all your favorite Neo Geo games, all your favorite, you name it, you play it. Go to CanadianHightechVideo.com. It's a great website. You have some free downloads, and you can play some games. This has been a great review with Mark. This is our second time around on here on YouTube, and hopefully we'll do more shows. And I have to say, Mark has really inspired me to do this commentary. Anyway, like I always say, it's getting late, and we definitely got to go to bed. I know I don't have to work tomorrow, but I like to get a long. I like to get some good sleep. So bye you fans. This is Mark and Greg, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching us.